So how do we get to this country where we all have a fair shot at well-being? Right now, I think it is a really open question for many of us, but we know the answer. We start with what matters to people. We start with well-being. We don't get to well-being at the end. We start with what matters to a community, what makes a community feel it matters, and the connections and the safety and the stability and the relevant resources. And if we design with that and we design from that, we will get to everything else. But we have to design and implement with, not for. And that Community Bill of Rights, and we've got co-authors here as champions, but that Community Bill of Rights that was in the package that you got is such a powerful tool for checking and inviting us all to design and implement with, not for. And right now to think about where are all of the places that we end up designing for others and assuming for others. There's so much healing that's needed and so much regeneration. And there's no way we're going to get beyond this moment if we aren't healing. If we aren't understanding the processes of moving through this moment have to in and of themselves be healing and regenerative, that we cannot wait to do that work until after we have stabilized things. That part of why things are so unstable is because there's so much that hasn't been named and so much that hasn't been heard. We foster connections and capital to get to that linking, to get to that influence, to get to all of these things. That the myth of the individual in our country is so much part of where the oppression sits. And the allowing and supporting each other and being with our people is part of how we all get through individually and collectively. And we do it by forming unlikely alliances. And we include the arts in everything we do. And we connect with others across boundaries of not just fields, but generations and spaces and race and ideology, religion. But that boundary spanning and that staying curious is part of designing for well-being. And then we do what we build on assets and innovation, and we recognize how much in this moment, at least for me, how easy it is to get caught in the very, very reality of everything that is getting lost. But I would suggest to all of us that this community, this larger community of champions, is an asset. The knowledge here, the relationships here, and the individuals here, we collectively are an asset. The work that everybody is doing is innovation that is needed. And so us coming together and being in community together is such a powerful example of how we can build on our own assets and innovations.